Batter of the inning now with the bases loaded and 2 away.
Yeah, you know, and this could get ugly in a hurry. Or pretty, I guess, depending on which dugout you're sitting in.
Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1.
Now on the mound, this is one of those at-bats where you have to get this guy to give your team any chance. You have to. Base hit here, it's all over.
4 runs, 11 hits. 1 error in the game for the Mets thus far. Now this ball lined into right field. That's a base hit. And he is in there. The run scores from second. It's now 6-2.
And that's what those stat nerds call a high leverage at bat. I don't know what that means, but whatever you want to call it, he comes through in a big way to push a 2-run lead, now up to 4.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jack Bassett. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Not a real good 0-2 there. You don't necessarily want it in the zone, but you do want to at least give him something to think about.
2 down, runners at first and second. Ground ball right side. Hill is there. Throw in time, and they stop the bleeding as this side is retired. 9 men come to the plate. 4 score. 9th inning coming up. The Mets are out on top. 6-2. And fellas, as always, a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, that's the man who stands out in my book. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I think in the end, this really could have been anybody's award, but what the heck? Let's go ahead and give it to this guy.
Time to get the weekend started with Friday Night Baseball from Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Tonight, the first of this 3-game weekend series between the New York Mets and the St. Louis Cardinals. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. With that, here are Terry Collins' New York Mets. EK, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, I think you still have to look out for David Wright. He's gone deep 5 times in the last 10 ball games. Clearly, he's seeing the ball really well right now.
Lance Lynn is on the mound for the Cardinals. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, guys, take a look at that whip. Around 1.3, which is pretty much league average. So he's been very serviceable all year long.
The kid gets his first opportunity now in the top of the first with nobody on. Lynn gets the sign. Here's the first pitch. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. And Eric, as we take a look at the Cardinals entering play here tonight, they're on a nice little run, winners of 4 of their last 5 ball games.
And the thing about baseball is that each new day brings a new opportunity. So we'll see if these guys are up to the task here.
Will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. Mets go down 1-2-3. It's the Mets nothing, Redbirds stepping up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Johnny Peralta will stand in, and as you take a look at the splits there, he's actually a better hitter against right-handed pitching this season. Cologne sets his sights, coming at him with the 0-1. Drilled to the right side. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
Well, that hit extends his streak to lucky number 13 now. That's almost 2 full weeks where he's been swinging it.
The kid is at the plate now, flied out in his first at-bat.
And that's just not really his game. Anytime he keeps it on the ground, he's got a pretty good chance of beating out a hit.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike one.
Now here's a good spot to finally break through against this guy. You've got the leadoff man on, the heart of the order's coming up, and maybe this is a good chance to get that goose egg off the scoreboard.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Boy, he might be pressing his luck a little now. That's 2 straight pitches right down the middle.
Squared that one up just a little late. Lynn comes set. 0-2 pitch on its way. Oh, and this just jumps off the bat here as this is to deep straightaway right field, and you can pretty much forget about this one. That is a long home run. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. Number 10 for him on the year, as the Mets are out in front now, 2-0.
Boy, that guy on the mound right now is absolutely livid. He knows that he threw way too hittable of a pitch in the situation when he's ahead in the count like that. He should be mad at himself.
Leading off the inning, Matt Holliday, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball.
Oh, my goodness, this guy is really starting to heat up now. That's 8 straight games with a base hit. He's been fun to watch.
The kid will stand in again as we flash you back here to the 4th inning. This was a 2-run home run that was definitely one of the big blows of the ball game to this point. Lynn's ready. Here's the first pitch. Hit hard towards second, and that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
Well, these guys have been high on effort but low on results so far. They're still stuck on 2 runs, but at least they've got a leadoff base runner here to start this inning.
Jack Bassett will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
Nobody out, runner on first. Runners off for second. Lifted in the air out towards left center. On the move is Jay. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. Curtis Granderson steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Throw over to the bag, and the runner back.
Got a pretty good lead right there.
No walks yet. Here's the delivery. And he misses with that one for ball 4. So that'll put runners on first and second now with 1 away.
And once they fell behind in the count, I think this is a case where they just say, look, you're going to have to fish for something because we are not going to just lay one right in there for you. Probably not a bad decision against a power guy like this.
Daniel Murphy will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far.
Well, guys, if you split the difference between the fly ball and the grounder he's put in play, you've got a nice line drive. So maybe we'll witness that right here.
Belted high and deep into right center. Back goes Hayward, but he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. And not in time as the second run scores.
Well, he'd been able to get that pitch by him earlier in the game. Not this time. He's all over it here, and he's going to bring home a couple on the 2-run double.
The kid gets another shot, and if you remember, he hit a round tripper back in the fourth.
The kid.
Sinker to open the AB in there for strike one.
Oh, and you wonder if maybe he decided beforehand just to take a pitch up there first. Too bad for him because that thing was right down Broadway.
4 runs, 7 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Mets as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. John Jay digs in to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Colon gets the sign, looking for the strikeout here on 0. That's through a base hit, and he's got his 3rd hit of the game.
Yeah, he's swinging a pretty hot bat here. 3 for 4 now after the base hit. That wasn't a little bleeder. That ball was smoked.
The kid gets another shot, and if you remember, he hit a round tripper back in the 4th. Rosenthal's ready, and the pitch. Launched to right field and deep. Hayward racing back, and goodbye. This one ain't coming back. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field, his 2nd of the game, and it's now 7-4.
And you know, this late in the game, any extra runs that you can tack on carries so much importance. And this is going to make it a 3-run lead now here in the top of the 9th. So that could wind up being
So a good offensive showing for these guys, but if we had to pick one player that stood out, that's our man right there. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, he connected on a couple of long home runs. Really put his guys on his back and carried them to the victory.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Mets come out on top, 7-4. Good night from St. Louis.
The final line score for our ball game tonight: